All right. Hello, everyone. We are back with our second ever Quest Collective game, which is Trans Vampire Cowboys by From Dust to Dice. I'm going to let my lovely players here introduce themselves. Jack, do you want to start us off? Tell us who you are, because nobody knows on your channel.
This is true. Y'all don't know me. Nobody knows me like that. But hey, everybody, my name is Jack Knoxville. I use he and they pronouns. I'm the founder and executive director of TEP and super excited to be playing the Cowboy Pigpen tonight.
Heck yeah. And actually, do you want to tell us a little bit about Pigpen? You don't have to go into like all the nitty gritty details, but just a little bit about what he's like.
Well, Pigpen is he's got the ability to control machines and knows how to do all kinds of amazing rope tricks. I can also be very mindful and demure. So there's that as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about me so far.
Fantastic. And Caro, what about you and also your character? Tell us a little bit about both.
Can you hear me? Is my
Yes.
mic muted? Okay, great. I'm Caro. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm super happy and excited to be joining TEP for the first time tonight. So thanks for having me. And I'm playing a handsome, strikingly handsome cowboy, John Jackson. And he just kind of likes to keep his hands clean and will do the best he can to get his way without getting his hands dirty. So he likes to employ others, and but he could be quick as a whip when needed. And he's also very handy. Just likes to talk his way into things and see how far you can push the envelope.
I love that. I love that. So, before we get too far into anything, I just want to tell you a little bit about the game. Actually, I should probably tell you who I am, even though I've been here before. But for anyone watching for the first time, I'm Rain. Jack has roped me into stuff and also can't get rid of me. So it goes both ways.
I told you I was good with those rope tricks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is for the After Dark. Yeah, I do stuff on the internet. I run the Hammer of the Gods podcast / stream. Do stuff with TEP. I write for Even Footing Games and also write some of my own games that maybe one day you'll see on here. Who knows? It's a mystery. You'll have to join the Quest Collective and find out, which you can do. A little QR code up there. Or later in the description, should be in there unless I forget. So, there's that. Anyway, this game is about Trans Vampire Cowboys, as it says. The introduction. You are trans, you are a vampire, and you are a cowboy. You run heists with your posse at midnight and cuddle with the homies during the day. You and your coffin crew strive to take care of your community while stopping any monster hunters wanting to eradicate your existence. Running from the law never goes out of style, and neither will you if you work together. And I think that is a fantastic idea for a game. It's also just great given the state of the world here lately, and also the purpose of the Quest Collective. So let's figure out, because we talked about this before stream, one of the fun things about this game is it doesn't really require a lot of pre-planning, and I love that especially because it's less work for me. But we talked about our setting, and we're going to decide that now. So what is the name of the town that y'all sort of call your home? Oh, you are muted now.
Pagosa Springs.
Okay. I dig it. I dig it.
Unless Pigpen had a better suggestion.
Well, wherever I lay my hat is my home. So, yeah, that's where I happen to be in this very moment. So, there you go.
Might be different tomorrow.
It's true. You never know.
So, Jack, I'll ask you, we'll kind of go back and forth on this. What is Pagosa Springs known for? What is it famous for?
There's lots of really great ways to make money in this town. There's some really great hustles that I've been able to pull. Anyway, you know, yeah. I mean, there's this whole crypto market out there. It's almost like the gold rush. It's cool. There's so much money to be made, and all these people that are making money. Well, they need places to get drinks, and they need to be shown around town and stuff like that. So I come in, I help them find the things that they're looking for. We'll just put it that way.
I love that. Kara, what is something that is maybe infamous about this town?
The fire that cat started. So many children lost.
That damn cat.
The mayor's cat of all cats. Big controversy.
I love it. I love it. Just making some notes real quick because I will forget everything we said. All right. Jack, what is the landscape around the town like? Like, is this a desert? Is this a little more temperate and you're just cowboys of the Midwest or something?
It reminds me a lot of Vegas. Like it's very dry, very desertous, but there's lots of bright lights, big city kind of place.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
And this one is for both of you. What time period are we in? It does not have to be modern day, does not have to be Old West. It could be in the far future. Hell, it could be Jack, our Mars werewolf game. You could be on Mars being some cowboys.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I'm on Earth with this one. I'll put that there.
We're on Mars time.
Like Tulsa time?
Oh, what year is it? Actually, I think it's like my aunt just looked this up yesterday. What year is in Mars, and it's year 1, day 384 or something like that. I'll Google it to double check myself because that sounds
interesting.
ridiculous.
Okay, so we are on Mars.
Yeah. Sure.
And what is the technology like? Are we looking at, like I said, with our previous Martian game where it's a little post-apocalyptic, like Mad Max style? Or is this like high tech or somewhere in between?
I think we're in the place of like business is booming. There's lots of new stuff coming in. This is there's still some colonizing left to be done.
But the less toxic colonizing.
Yes, preferably.
Yeah. The we're coming to a new planet where no one already lives here colonizing. Not discovering a new world.
Yes.
Fully inhabited with people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alrighty. Who wants to make our first roll of the game? We're gonna decide what our heist is gonna be today.
I'll do it. Let's
do
it.
Yeah, roll me a d10, please.
All right, let's see. All right, let's do it. 8.
8. Oh, you are stealing a house.
Sounds about right.
Like the deed, or are we taking this house and putting it somewhere else?
The house.
Okay.
The whole thing. Caro, do you want to roll me another d10?
Yes. So is the d10 this one?
That is the 12. You're close. It is, hold on, let me find one. More like this. Yeah, there you go.
This guy. Okay. 3.
3. Okay, Jack, you predicted the future. You are stealing a house from a casino owner. Jack, give me another D10, please.
All right, let's do it. 4.
4. Oh, okay. This casino owner, I'm gonna extrapolate a little bit from this because the actual prompt is they're weaponizing sunlight and need to be stopped, and I want to add to that. I think this casino owner is like a weapons dealer, and they've been doing all kinds of shady stuff like that. Because I mean, it's a casino owner, of course they do. But yeah, they have figured out how to weaponize sunlight, and so this house has all of their schematics, all of their storage, everything that they need is in this house. It's a very unassuming, just like residential, boring, white picket fence house. But yeah, it's full of weaponized sunlight and probably some other illicit goods as well.
Oh, that's where all the good stuff is.
Exactly. And Kara, would you do the final honors and roll a D8, which is the 2 little pyramids, and that will determine, our danger level.
A 4.
A 4. Okay, middle of the road. I like it. All right. So while I'm making some notes, what would the 2 of you be doing pre-heist? What would you be doing to either get ready or just relax before you go on this job?
I am at the local saloon having a drink and kind of conning some people out of a few bucks, doing tricks, riddles and such.
I like it. Whenever I'm not hanging out, playing my harmonica, and living my best life there, I'd probably be hanging out playing some pool at that same saloon there.
Very nice.
Okay. John, how would you like to pull off this hustle? Are you being charming? Are you using like dexterity? Are you maybe just strong arming and literally threatening or beating people up? Or what are you doing? Oh, sorry, Kara, you're John.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I am trying to just riz my way through this whole thing, and I'm going to try to avoid getting into a physical fight.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a cowboy roll. So you will roll 2d6 and add your score for cowboy to that.
D6 cube.
Yeah, just the regular standard dice.
I got a 6. Oh, a cowboy roll. I got a 4.
Okay, so a 4 total between the two?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2 rolls in my cowboy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah, so Pigpen, you see as John is trying so hard to pull off this con, but really just not doing a great job. The people, and you said that you were doing like riddles, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or John, sorry, Pigpen, are we playing pool together, kind of swindling some people out of some money at this bar?
Yeah, I mean, we're running game and I'm running the table. So,
Right.
I'm sure you're probably doing some little magic tricks and riddles and things and trying to get some extra change where you can.
I'm distracting the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I love
definitely a distraction. That's for sure. But more to Pigpen than the other players. As John,
I
just
believe that.
like you said, doing some magic tricks. So I think that maybe John like tries to pull a dove out of like a hat or something, and just throws a deck of cards on the pool table.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not what you meant to throw.
I thought I had taken those out of my sleeve quite a while ago.
The real question is, where's the dove?
That's
Absolutely.
a damn good question.
And Pigpen, you said you are running the table, so why don't you? I would say give me a cowboy roll.
Which is a 2. So roll the d6 and then add
At
t-
2d6.
add 2. Oh, 2d6. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So 5, and then add the cowboy number to it.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
5 altogether
Okay.
between the two.
Yes, and then
Okay.
my cowboy is 2.
Ooh, okay. So with a 7, that is a mixed success. You were running the table, and then John was John, and maybe just threw you off a little bit, and you're
It
no
happens.
longer
I
running the
mean,
table.
yeah, ADHD. It's a thing.
It's these drinks. I shouldn't have been drinking and swindling. Can't help myself. It's fun in this town.
Yeah, never drink and swindle.
A little swig and swindle. Who doesn't love that?
Oh, I gotta clip that later. So both of you would notice the other people at the table looked pretty normal, right? Y'all look fairly well. I assume you look fairly normal. Maybe you don't. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what your characters look like? Since you are, trans cowboy vampires, do you look like normal people? Are you pretty good at disguising your vampireness, or are you a little bit more maybe monstrous looking?
I mean, I have some shape-shifting abilities, and so I can blend with whatever species I'm around and wherever I'm at. I can fit in pretty well.
Okay.
I was the muse for handsome Squidward, actually. Yeah,
Nice.
sparkly, more pink than green. They wanted to avoid any lawsuits for the likeness,
That's fair. That's fair.
portrayals, and just regular number of limbs for a human. Yeah, still humanoid.
What number is that?
4 total. Or should I roll a d6?
That's up to you. If
For
you want to
limbs.
roll,
I'll stick with my 4.
you are.
I don't
on
want to get
par.
tangled up in a lasso if I have too many arms in here.
That's true. That's true. So you thought that these other two looked pretty human-like, right? But both of you can see that they're a lot hairier than they were the last time you looked up. Before that last shot, they looked pretty, like I said, normal. They're looking pretty scruffy all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. Did you direct this at me specifically?
This is to both of you. Just letting you know
On the table.
what is going on.
Okay. Hey, do you see anything kind of weird going on with these guys? Are you seeing that?
I don't know what I just saw. I'm
They're
trying to
getting-
figure it out. What did you
It's like-
see?
I thought they were tanning somehow, and I realized that they were just growing dark hair on all parts of their body. I feel like they have a 5 o'clock shadow by 9 a.m.
I thought it was what I've been drinking. I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing these things.
Is
Yeah,
that what
we
I've
need
been
to.
drinking?
Yeah, we need to figure out what's going on with these guys.
Should we ask them?
I mean, I don't know.
Why don't you give me whoever wants to roll it, a trans roll to see what you know about things and stuff.
I think your trans roll is higher than mine. Pigpen. No,
That's a nice.
No,
Mine's a
it's
nice
not.
big 0.
we'll do that. So are most like basic rolls going to be a d6 or?
It's 2d6.
Okay. 7.
Okay. All right.
That's a
We're
success. Okay.
starting off pretty mid. Yeah. You've heard of a few things that you think that they could be. They could be some werebats. They could be chupacabras in disguise. Who knows? You're not really sure.
Chupacabras have always, made me really uncomfortable, and that's not really what I'm smelling here. I don't entirely know what I'm talking about though, so just going off vibes after a few drinks and cards and a missing dove. So I'm not quite sure what could be going on here. I might go try to ask them about this hair.
I mean, how are you going to work that into a conversation?
Considering I'm so incredibly hot, I figured I could talk about hair. My hair is so long and flowing. It's giving Maybelline over there. I want to find out.
I was gonna say, do you have like some Fabio hair?
I do. Yeah.
Love that.
It just perfectly tresses down past my shoulders.
Mm-hmm. There's always a wind conveniently blowing.
Somehow. And the
Yeah.
sunshine just seems to open up.
Nice.
So
Well,
you're
you
making
sound
your
like
way
the-
over?
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you're the better one to go have that conversation.
See if we could talk about hair with these guys.
In the meantime, Pigpen, what are you doing?
Looking a little skeptical and preparing myself just in case this question doesn't go over very well. Because there's just something about these guys that makes me a little uncomfortable, and I'm just gonna be on. I'm just gonna be ready right over here.
The vibes are a little off for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
John, go ahead and give me a cowboy roll because you are trying to charm.
I'm sorry. I'm John.
No, you're good. You're good.
I might need to change my name. I'm rolling a cowboy roll.
Yes.
D6.
It also just takes a minute sometimes with a new character.
A 5 plus my cowboy, which is a 0. So I got a 5.
Oh no.
I had a line for this.
Yeah, please
I'm
tell me
gonna-
what you say.
Slide up with my spilling drink out of my hand. And seeing that they weren't this hairy when I started, and this hair is still growing, if I believe right. It's curling too. I start with, I can tell you weren't born this way, so it must be Maybelline. And from one butte to another, what is your secret?
Amazing.
Trying to charm them into telling me what's going on here.
It's not working. It is so not hitting.
Oh God, there's that dove.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. That was actually what I was thinking. That John, like as you're saying this, just like a brown paper bag that says "dead dove, do not eat," falls out. Ever since we said dove, I've been thinking of that Arrested Development scene. So
I try to put my foot on it and kind of slide it underneath the pool table.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that one. You can do that one. They did see the dove, but they're just pretending that they don't see the rest. But you see that these two individuals go from just being like the Universal Wolfman, that like old black and white movie where it's just like very mutton chop, kind of goofy looking but hairy, to very monstrous. Like they do sprout these large bat wings, and they are pissed. They are going to lunge at you.
Oh boy. I still have that beer and my pool stick in my hands, correct?
Sure.
As they lunge at me, I kind of try to step out of the way and put these things into their hands and say, "Great idea. Let's go for a round. You want to start with the drink or with pool?" I'm still dodging.
Yeah. I would say that's going to be another cowboy roll because you're still trying to charm.
That's where these dice are like weighted on the one somehow. Oh boy. 6.
Oh, okay. A 6 is a fail. So
Great.
you try to hand them. They don't have hands currently. They have wings. So you like hold them out, thinking that they're going to take it, and they just fall to the floor. The beer just shatters, spills everywhere. Pigpen, what are you doing as you see this absolute debacle going on?
Well, aside from shaking my head and getting myself ready to interject, I mean that's really what I'm doing. Is I've gotten myself a couple of pool sticks myself, and I am ready. I am ready to jump in and put a stop to this.
Well, now's your time. They're about to jump your friend.
I mean, we can either do this peacefully or we can do it the way that I'd prefer.
The way of peace is long gone.
Well, I kind of figured, but all right. Dice roll 1 was a 6, second one was a 5, so that's an 11.
Hell yeah.
And
Nice.
is that a cowboy? If that's
This
the
would
cowboy,
be vampire, unless you
Oh.
want to do it quickly. If you want to do it quickly, it'd be cowboy.
Vampire is fine. I got
Okay.
1 on that, so 12 altogether.
A 12 is an extreme success. So this is the first actually really good roll that we've had so far.
This is why I hired you.
Well, all right.
When the cards are on the table, you can count on Pigpen.
There
The
you
rest of the
go.
time,
That's right.
yeah.
Did I hire you if you're making more money than me?
Well, I let you think that, but you know.
And that's a good moment. While this is not a mechanic of the game, I really like what we talked about beforehand about your backstory. Pigpen, as you are about to like jump in and try to save your friend who might get murdered by some werebats, tell me a little bit about this heist that you and John met during. You were not on the same posse, as we discussed. You were rivals in this case. What were you stealing?
Well, we were. I mean, I don't want to incriminate myself or anything, but
I'm not a cop, okay?
well, I guess it's all right for you. I mean, there was this amazing device that would just, I mean, anything you wanted to replicate like that, done. So, we were determined we were going to get that, but we ran into some trouble. Well, I was determined I was going to get it, and John over here was pretty determined that Jay was going to get it. So, we worked it out.
Good.
Yeah. And as we discussed before, it didn't go very well. At least for you, Pigpen. You ended up being left by your posse. And that's where the two of you actually formally were introduced. And what was it that John said to you that really cemented your friendship?
I mean, just basically calling out the bullshit of being left behind and letting me know that that wasn't going to happen, and really where I think we cemented our friendship was that one time we ended up in jail for that one thing. There was another time, but we won't talk about that one either. But there was this whole riot situation, and could have gotten bad, but I didn't get left behind. So, point was proven, bonds were made, and here we are.
I love that this flashback also is like an ADHD tangent. It's
A little
very,
bit.
very on brand for me, for sure.
I thought we were never going to speak of that second jail visit again, but times were too good not to revisit it.
I mean,
The
good
third time,
times.
though. That one we really don't talk about.
We just avoid 2016 entirely.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm glad all you know about is 3.
So, Pigpen, with your extreme success, tell me what it looks like when you jump into this fight. You win. This is easy for you. This is like child's play.
Yeah, because basically they were just sacks of gas. So as soon as I started swinging with the pull cues there, popped a hole in them, like glitter everywhere. Just,
Yes.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
It makes
Strangely,
me look
whereabouts-
even better as I'm cowering.
Right. Yeah.
I
Strangely,
mean, we are
whereabouts are-
shimmery now.
Yeah, they're very similar to vampires. So, funny enough, a pool cue is a pretty good steak when you really need it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And
Did
now
the
that
job.
now that you're covered in glitter, I say twin.
And I love the mental image of like Pigpen taking 2 of these pool cues and just sticking them right up.
Exactly.
At this point, the bar is silent. Everyone's looking at the 2 of you. And they don't look super happy. What are you doing?
Remembering every Rick and Morty episode I've ever watched.
I'm saying around for everybody. Everyone get a drink. Try to appease them and distract them
Okay.
back.
You know, 3rd or 4th time's the charm. Go ahead and give me another cowboy roll.
Okay. I hope to be buying drinks with the money I swindled from them. A 7.
Okay. A 7 is a mixed success. You do buy a round of drinks for everyone. They're still not happy with you. The bartender is just like, okay, get out. We're done here. After you finish paying.
We have better things to do anyways. I'm gonna go make some money.
It's true.
Look at
It's
you.
true.
I maybe not slash their tires in the parking lot.
Just maybe. Or somebody does.
Yeah. The Mars rovers, they get beat up all the time.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty well terraformed at this point. So the air is breathable, but still, the rovers they never go out of style.
It's a classic.
Yeah. They all sing happy birthday to themselves once a year.
I was gonna say that.
It's both the cutest and saddest thing I think I've ever heard.
Yes.
Aw.
So, what is the plan? How are you going to pull off this heist? I would love to know.
We gather in the alley out back and discuss it. Let's see. First of all, we need really good sunglasses. We have to start there. The sun has been weaponized. Is it very
Sure.
bright?
Well, seeing as Pigpen is not a daywalker, no, it is very dark.
Oh, I meant the weaponized sunlight.
Oh, the weaponized sunlight. I think it
Laser
is.
beams.
If you've ever seen the movie Underworld, where they have like the bullets that just explode into light, I think it's probably like that. Like it doesn't look bright until it's used.
Okay.
Well, and if folks are not used to the brightness on Mars already because it's dark, then it's going to be even more than it would. If you were on Earth and feeling it, probably wouldn't bother you nearly as much. Maybe some flesh wounds.
Unless you're a vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how to steal this home. Besides the sunglasses, what else are we gonna need?
Well, see, that's why I wish we had that device from the last heist, because then we could make whatever the hell we wanted to, and it would just take the house away. I don't know. We got to get a whole house. So, you know,
So I just rolled to see, just out of curiosity, what I would get, and I think with my mixed success that I got, it is a mobile home, but it is very much one of the ones that is like planted in. It is a little bit more solidly tied to that lot.
I mean, every home could be a mobile home.
It's true.
Just give me
It's
enough
true.
time. Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, we're definitely going to have to get it out of the ground, or at least off of the foundation that's rooted into the ground there. So,
Have you ever
gotta-
played a game called Portal?
not in a very long time, but I like where you're going with this.
Because not this same guy. We don't want to hit him twice. It leaves too much evidence, too easy to find. But another casino owner, I heard rumors that he has been working on his own portal system. So why take it off the foundation at all? Those mobile homes can be
Yeah.
stationary. Just poop somewhere else.
I like it. Let's make it happen.
So you're gonna
Right.
steal so that you can steal.
That's just the life we live.
True.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's a hustler's way.
When you're a trans vampire cowboy, you just gotta do what you gotta
Hanging
do.
out on Mars, yeah.
I love it. So, John, I think you sounds like no, maybe not the casino owner themselves, but at least where the casino is, and who you need to talk to. But is the plan to talk to them or to take it?
Which route do you want to go? I will avoid the alcohol this time if we want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, you've been getting stronger with your charm there. So
You sure about
Rain's
that?
like, it hasn't been working out so far. That's true.
I've been feeling, honestly, just a little burnt from all this persuasion. It's clearly not going my way, and while I will be laying off the drinks, I could be persuaded to go in with force here. I think we
So,
could find a way to distract the guy. Either way.
I mean, one of my abilities is that I am an energy absorber. Well, that's the type of vampire I am. So, could go in and drain them of all of their energy, and then just do what we need to do.
Is Pigpen like the Colin Robinson?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, from What We Do in the Shadows. If you haven't
Oh,
watched
I
it,
don't
it's
know.
fantastic. It's so good.
Are
I
you
haven't seen it.
are you able to absorb enough energy to render his weapons useless?
I mean, I also have the ability to control machines. So what I can't do in terms of draining them, I can do with draining the machines.
This sounds like a blackmail situation. Easy. Let's get this home on the road.
So, just to clarify, what is the plan here? Because I'm a little unsure.
Me too.
We're gonna render the people like unconscious by draining their energy. Take this portal, and then we're gonna go take this house.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Could we skip the portal if you can absorb the energy and go straight to just bully this casino owner?
I mean, we probably could.
I mean, could you go straight there? Because I mean, Are any
I
of
feel
us
like we're
straight?
gonna. Right.
Right there. I think I might need to. Do I need to sleep off this hangover a little bit? That guy didn't hit me, so I'm actually feeling all right.
That's up to you. If you need to take a little siesta and, come back after a nice nap.
I'll just eat some Hawaiian rolls. That soaks it right up. Yeah, we can stay on the move.
I mean, we're coming off of a night of fighting and drinking and just carrying on and general debauchery.
So a Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much. And we're still lit from the night before, but let's go do this.
That's the best time for heist. What are you talking about?
Of course. When all
I
the
gotta
best decisions are made.
Gotta have that liquid courage. To
Exactly.
do the heist, so.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way into this casino. What is it called, Carol? What is the name of this casino?
Never lost.
Ooh,
But it's
okay.
actually kind of built like an IKEA, is what I'm imagining. You're always kind of lost in there.
Yeah, accurate. Even with the little arrows, still.
You have a sense of confidence, and it just slowly fades as you stay in there.
I love how you made this more difficult for yourself, and I'm here for
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Honestly, that's some of the most fun with role playing is setting up your own problems and then trying to figure them out. So the two of you make your way into the Never Lost, and immediately you walk in, you think like, okay, we're in the lobby, right? We're good. You turn around, you don't know where the door is. You also don't know where any of like the blackjack tables or slots or any. You have no idea where you are.
Oh man.
So whoever would like to, please give me a trans roll. I assume it's not going to be Pigpen.
Not if you want to win.
You sure you don't want to try?
I mean, I can.
I managed to get a 4.
Oh, no.
So
And this is rolling 2d6s. Let's go.
it's got 3s and 1s this whole time.
I got a 6. I got a 5
Okay.
and a 1.
Yeah, a 6 is still a fail. The two of you somehow get so lost, you're back outside the casino.
Oh, great. We could start again then.
See, this is why we might have should have taken a nap. Eaten some food, at least hit the Waffle House or something.
You're right. That took hours anyways. Let's take a breather.
Yeah.
That's what the Hawaiian rolls are for.
That's true.
I guess unless you're gluten free or have celiac disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we rolling again and try to make it through this thing?
Well, are you going back in?
I mean, that's true. That's a good question because that didn't work out so well. I'm still with this portal idea. I mean, we can just render all these machines like useless, just knock out the power everywhere.
We can poof right to the guy, and then we don't have to get lost in Never Lost. So I'm down for this. Let's go back to the original plan and try to get that portal.
Yeah.
Well, that is because the Never Lost I thought was where you were going to talk to this casino owner who had the portal gun. So yeah, I mean,
I thought
maybe get there. You'll maybe get there eventually.
Yeah.
I thought Never Lost had the house we were stealing. Okay,
I got you. Nope. So you make your way back in, and this time you notice there's a concierge. You're not sure if they were just not there before, if you just missed them, but they're just kind of like tucked in the corner as you enter. And they just stand there silently.
I walk up with all my great trans looks and in my best trans voice, ask her if she has a map. I ask her how she is first, and then I ask her for a map.
Do you wait for an answer before you ask for the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she initially just kind of like has her nose literally up in the air, and does not turn her head to like, or tilt her head to look at you. Just kind of like looks down her nose and says, I've been better. I'm here. But a map, no, you just follow the arrows.
First of all, I'm up on my tippy toes to see if she's really getting all the beauty in there.
Of course.
So she's trying to get on her level. I say, let's see, oh no, is it the job? Do you want to get out of here? That's what's making you not so great today.
Well, it's more or less retail, customer service kind of job. If you've ever worked customer service, you understand. People are the worst.
They really are. It could just be so cruel. And you don't deserve that. And you're probably not making, they're probably not paying you enough to put up with that kind of thing anyways. I think you should take a break and a breather. You need to feel better, and you deserve that as a human being. So what are you, an employee or a human being? Let's go on a walk.
Please give me a cowboy roll.
Come on, dice. Yes. There we go. What is my cowboy? 0? A 9. I got a 9.
Okay. So there's still a mixed success, but it's a heck of a lot better than it has been.
Yeah.
She sort of squints her eyes, but, is actually looking level at you now and says, where to? Where are we going?
Show me around. What will these arrows not show me at this casino?
Ooh, okay. You realize this whole time she's had a bit of an accent that you couldn't quite place. But because this is a little bit IKEA-like, she starts speaking Swedish. So you have no idea what she's telling you as she's like walking you through. She's giving you like all the secrets, but you don't speak Swedish, unfortunately.
I wonder if Pigpen has any history with learning languages or knowledge of Swedish.
Well, I mean, I'm good with technology and devices, and so we can figure this out. So I've got this really cool device in my hand that allows me to translate and understand any language.
I know it's not meant as a pun, but because we're playing Trans Vampire Cowboys, I just think like, does it translate?
Oh yes.
just gotta throw that in there. Yeah, I would say go ahead and give me probably. I would say this is going to be a trans roll. I know it's not your best, but
I got this, or not.
It's part of the cards.
I might have it. I might have rolled a 2
altogether.
Oh, I forgot. I get another roll. Hooray! I got 7.
Okay,
Nice.
A 7 does succeed. It's a mixed success. You get
Take
like
it.
every 5th word, so not enough to really make out a whole lot, but you get more than you did whenever it was all in Swedish. Like you catch something about meatballs, something about like portal, but no like details in there. Just sort of bits and pieces.
Yeah, so it seems like we're just gonna keep following these arrows, because we're not really getting very far with this one over here. So yeah.
I wonder if I can try to persuade her to leave the desk here. I really
Oh
want
no,
her to take
she
a
does.
break.
So she's like
Oh,
walking
okay.
you around and like telling you all of these things.
Oh, okay.
And eventually you do get to like the pit, where all of the gambling is going on. And yeah, she's still just kind of like yapping in Swedish, assuming that you understand, despite the fact that neither of you has said anything really in response or spoken Swedish this entire time. But you haven't said, I don't speak Swedish, so she just kept yapping.
I tell her that's a beautiful language, and I ask her if she knows any others. I say this quite blatantly in English.
Yeah. She starts speaking Spanish.
Muy bien. I also speak Spanish because I'm a cowboy.
A cowboy who doesn't suck.
Yeah, and I recognize who we came from,
Yeah.
what land we are on. So great. I ask her if she knows about this portal, or if she knows the Swedish word for portal. And
Oh yeah, and that's, I think
She
Pigpen
did say
probably
something
would have
about
let
a
you.
portal before.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you recognize that? She was talking earlier.
Yeah. So something's going on with the portal here. At least we know we're in the right place. I'm just gonna figure out what she knows about this portal. So
yeah. So she does let you know in Spanish that she's really not supposed to talk about the portal, but I don't know.
Oh,
Let's
no.
check. R.I.P. Pigpen.
Give him a sec.
Yeah. There he is. Gotta love technology.
not always.
Anyway, yeah, so she tells you that she's not really supposed to talk about the portal, but it is in the back rooms.
Back rooms. Not the back rooms of Neverlost. That's precisely where I would put it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pigpen, are you maybe looking around for any keypads? Do you see any doors that might look like employee access only that you can get us in? Do you have anything that could hack a keypad?
Yeah. I can drain the energy from all the things, so we can just get the power off and done for a couple minutes, to get ourselves in the back door and where we need to be. Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah. I think because this is a little bit more physical, I think I'm going to have you roll vampire on this.
Okay.
With your energy vampireness.
Yes. So that's a 10 altogether.
Okay, yeah, that is a complete success. So, are you trying to drain all of the power for the entire building?
Yeah. I don't want anybody to even be able to leave this place until I want them to leave, because, what if they all leave? We're stuck in here and they've got us trapped. No one's getting out until we're getting out. So, yeah, everything's shut down.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're not trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with you.
Oh, yes.
And now everyone's a suspect.
Exactly.
This became an entirely different game all of a sudden. Yeah, so Pigpen, what does it look like when you drain this power? What do you do to initiate that?
All I really have to do is find something that's connected to the electricity and touch it. As soon as I touch it, I can control the direction of the energy flow and turn it on, turn it off, increase it, decrease it, whatever. So, as Carol mentioned, or as John mentioned, the keypad, I saw a keypad on the wall and just went over to it, put my hands over it, and it's kind of like shorted it out for a second.
Yeah. It does. It opens the door to the back rooms, and you see that the entire building is suddenly plunged into darkness. Even the slot machines, which you can then hear that the old people who are at the slot machines are very upset until you hear the sound of coins just pouring out. And it's not just one or two machines. It sounds like it is probably all of them. And their anger suddenly becomes joy. As they are just, you can hear them like talking about like, grab the money, grab the money. And they are just like trying to get out of there as fast as they can as they're robbing the casino too now.
This is
I did
perfect. Way to go.
The
I
best
did
part is
all
this
of
isn't
that.
even the this isn't even the original mission, but you're already off and running.
It's quick and easy. Now,
Well-
the security team. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's exactly like I said. Nobody's leaving until we're going because, you know, it just works out better this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of the people who are like taking these coins, they're trying to turn on their phone flashlight and their phones are dead too. Like you just drained everything in the vicinity. But being vampires, you can probably see a little bit better in the dark than most people. And you're able to make your way in, and a few minutes later, at least the emergency lights come on. Like it's still pretty dim, but you can see a lot more clearly. And you can also hear that like this whole horde of old people are running as fast as they can for, old people towards the door. And you can hear like the coins hitting the floor as they're running and like trying to carry everything. It's like they've got their shirts pulled out full of coins and stuff. And security is just absolutely losing it. Like as you slip in, maybe even kind of duck into the first door, you can hear the security run out of the back rooms and like yelling about how we need to stop them. So seems like you got the run of the place now.
Oh yeah, it's pandemonium. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
What better way to make our way out?
This is perfect.
Absolutely.
And now the security is distracted and we can go grab that portal. Is it a gun, or is this portal going to only bring us in and out of Neverlost? I should stop making this harder on myself.
I mean, from what I thought was that this portal would take us wherever we wanted to go.
Perfect. And then if we use it again, where is it going to take us back? We're going to take this portal with us, right?
I mean, we have to take the portal with us, especially because we're basically using this portal almost like a big bag that we're going to be putting all of our stuff in, and then we're going to make our way out of here as quickly and carefully as we can. That's the goal, anyway.
Let's portal out of here.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So,
go ahead.
You make your way further in. You're looking for this portal. You really don't know what it looks like necessarily, but you do see that there is a room at the end of the hallway that has all of these like caution signs on it. You open the door because everything is unlocked at this point. When the power went out, gotta have that like the fire exits and stuff. It's a fire hazard if you can't get out the door. So the high security door is now unlocked. You open it and you see that there is just a single like dais in the middle of the room with one emergency light beaming down on it. It looks like the arm cannon that Samus has in Metroid, and you're pretty sure that is probably the portal gun, because what else would be that special that they need to have an entire room just for it?
Fantastic. Pigpen, do you even know how to use this device? Does it just come from within you? Do you have another device?
I mean, like I said, I can control the flow of energy in and out of machines. So at the very least, I can do that. I can make this thing work.
So we could turn it on.
Yes.
Can we control it? Or are we just popping anywhere? It could be fun. And difficult.
Well, the legend is supposedly that there's a way to control it. It's almost like manifesting where you want to go, but whether or not it's actually going to work that way, well, that remains to be seen. So we'll have to find out. You want to be the first to go through the portal, or should I?
I jump in with both feet.
I'm going to ask both of you in this instance to give me a trans roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take whoever gets the better roll as our official score for this.
I got an 11.
Nice.
I got a 5. Am I using the right dice? Like a D6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unfortunately just how it goes sometimes. But,
Yeah.
with games like this is not necessarily exactly powered by the apocalypse, but it's pretty similar. And those are very narrative-driven games, as opposed to like D&D, which is very much they call it like suck or save, where you either get above a certain number and then you succeed, or you don't. There's a little bit more of that middle ground of like sometimes you succeed with a cost. Unfortunately, we've had some really bad rolls. There have been more of the actual failures. It doesn't always happen that way, but we make the best of it. It still makes for a fun story. But with an 11, Pigpen, you look, and initially as you pick up this portal gun, like I said, it's like the Samus arm cannon. So you pick it up and it just like attaches to your arm. And initially it looks like it just has a charge of 1. But then you realize you just like drained all of the power out of this. And as you release the power into it, it now has 5 uses.
Yes, it does.
Fantastic.
We will have no problem getting out of here.
Mm-hmm. So where are you manifesting that this portal will go?
Well, as far away from this place as possible, because these people are about to start looking for us real quick. So we need to bolt. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard, hey, there's some really cool planets on the other side of the galaxy that we might want to check out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll go hang out on Saturn.
Yeah. So you are like thinking to yourself as you're pointing it at the wall, very much Portal style, as far away from here as possible. Shoot the wall, and it's been so long since I played Portal. I'm gonna say it's the blue portal, right? And John, you said jumping through with both feet. I think you actually said feet first, so I just picture John like running, putting feet out, having no idea where you're about to be.
That's exactly it.
I love that. And Pigpen, are you following after in similar style, or are you a little more casual?
I mean, I'm just making a run for it. So yeah, I'm just
Amazing.
out.
Yeah. So, John, as you jump through this portal, you realize where you have gone. It's probably somewhere you've been before, especially after long nights or long days, I guess, of drinking and fighting and whatnot. You're in a Waffle House. So you come out and you land on one of the booth tables. And honestly, nobody even stops what they're doing. Like, this is just a Tuesday. And Pigpen, as you go through...
I told you we should have gotten some food before we did this heist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pigpen, as you go through, you find yourself just seated at the same table that John is now laying on.
Well, that's a good thing.
I order a coffee.
Do you get off the table, or do you just like lay there, like reclining?
I'm still laying there,
like
but you're right.
Girls.
Now I'm like this, and just kind of my hair is just tossing in this Waffle House.
In the Waffle House breeze.
Yeah. The glow of the
breeze
Waffle
from
House
the
lights.
Yeah. I mean,
Love a
honestly,
good
there's
Waffle
nothing
House.
more romantic. Oh, I love it. What about you, Pigpen?
Well, I mean, we're here. I might as well get some hash brown scattered and covered.
Absolutely. So you order, and you do realize no one here seems to be human, but again, they haven't really even bothered other than the waiter coming over, taking your order. The waiter is a robot, takes your order. The people behind the counter, you see there's like a green person with 7 arms. They're just like on all the grills, doing all the stuff at one time, smoking 7 different cigarettes, like you do, because it adds to the flavor. You know, the cigarette ash in your food enhances the flavor.
Sounds like my teenage years.
Or a Waffle House.
I mean, really, I'd spent a lot of time at Waffle Houses as a teenager, growing up on the streets in Greenville, South Carolina. Waffle Houses and Huddle Houses. So yes, this very much reminds me of my
I was gonna
teenage
say
years.
I spent a lot of time in Huddle Houses, so
Nice.
yeah, they're a little less classy than the Waffle House.
Were they? I thought they were supposed to be a little bit more upscale.
Maybe that's just the shitty small town that I grew up in. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to be careful in here because these Waffle House employees can throw down, and I'm not trying to get in a fight with these guys.
Yeah. As you say that, John, you do see somebody like probably this massive hulking like orange, kind of spiky looking creature just like picks up an entire booth, like not just the table, but the seats too, even the concrete underneath it, chucks it at the person who's like 7 arms doing all the stuff, and they do not even turn around. All 7 arms just like grab it, set it down, and they just continue. Like don't even turn around to acknowledge it.
I sip my coffee in shock.
And as the both of you are starting to realize you're not maybe anywhere you've been before, you look out the window and all you see are stars, nebula, maybe even like a supernova, not all that far away, but not so close you're in any danger. You realize that's just the one side. You look at the other side, there's nothing, just black void. And you realize that you didn't catch it at first, but Pigpen, your translator, eventually lets you know that the waiter, when they came over, said, "Welcome to the end of the universe."
I mean, I said I wanted to get as far away from there as possible, so it very much took me literal.
Holy shit. Hey, Pigpen, can you maybe do that little electronic thing with the robot so we don't have to pay for this?
Yes.
Sick. Cover the bill.
Yeah, and I don't think that it's all that difficult. They really don't care. It's the end of the universe. Honestly, they're just having a good time. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Heather's distracting me.
Heather's good at that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, I always appreciate it, but so as you have taken care of your bill, they really, like I said, don't care that much whether you pay or not. They're just there having a good time. It's a Waffle House at the end of the universe. But you do remember you still have a job to do.
Yeah, we got to get that house.
At this point, could we just portal over there? Where are we going to put this house when we're done with it?
Well, I mean, who are we getting this house for? Because I think that's kind of important.
Well, the
Project
why was
Unicorn
because
Homes.
it's being weaponized and would hurt other vampires. You know that they're making these sunlight weapons. So for all vampire kind on Mars,
That's fair. So what we could do I mean, if they're weaponizing sunlight, then so can we. We could just put them on the sun.
Put him on the phone. I have a daywalker, so I can put up with a little bit of sun if I sacrifice tenacity.
Yeah. Might as well
Okay.
be walking on the sun.
Right.
After you rest. Okay.
Gotta love ADHD and just the dumb
I was gonna
that comes
say,
out of my mouth sometimes.
gotta love Smash Mouth.
Except for the singer's a giant piece of shit. But you know,
That's all.
when you do the Nazi salute at your concerts, yeah, the songs are
I'm
good,
out.
but yeah, can't support the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But he
So what is
passed
the
away,
thing?
you know.
really?
Yeah. Like
Huh.
2023.
Damn.
Yeah.
Time is weird.
Yes.
Since
I like when
2020,
Nazis
like
go away.
everything just feels fake.
Yes. Yes. This is why we're on the edge of the universe right now.
We're on Mars
Yeah,
time.
This is all
Yeah.
happening in 2020.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, let's go get this mobile home. You want to talk to him, or you want to just go? Kick
Oh
his
no,
butt?
we just got to go get this thing now. I mean, at this point, we've stolen the gun, the portal gun. We've robbed the casino. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to go just do this house thing. We can't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I've also just realized that I put 2 into vampire with physical force, so I'm ready to go fight this guy.
Nice.
We really planned ahead.
I portal to his doorstep and ring the doorbell.
Okay.
Is he at the mobile home? Does he live there? Are
Yeah.
we stealing his home?
You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out.
Is it a rental property?
Yeah,
Or
he's there. He's not alone.
do we recognize who he's with?
Just a bunch of like nameless goons.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah,
I usually have those with them.
All of the goons, they are not just gorillas. These are like roided out, like extra muscular gorillas, but all in like very, very nice 3-piece suits. Like you can tell that they spent some money on these.
Very nice. Good for them.
Yeah.
I kick their door in anyways. I feel a little bit bad for that, but I just do it.
You feel bad now. You'll feel bad later when they beat you up. But
Yeah.
John's all, to hell with your 3-piece suit.
I'm taking the suits too. Put them on the hanger in the closet. I'm taking the house.
Yeah. So you kick in this door. What are you doing? Because they are pissed, and these gorillas, they do have these suits on. You can tell that they're holding back a little bit so that they don't just like rip out of them immediately. But those buttons are straining, and they are ready to jump.
I can hear them. Well, first one being very handsome and looking over at Pigpen, hoping they can do something about these sunlight weapons. How concerned are we about these?
I mean, it's pretty concerning, but my thinking is that we just need to get you out of that house so that we can use this portal gun and get that house the hell out of where it's at. The portal out of here.
We got to get everybody out first, though. We don't want to take them with us, right?
Or do you?
Exactly.
Oh,
I think.
I apologize.
I say we just.
Sorry, go ahead.
John's all, sorry I kicked your door down. We didn't need to do that. You're just going for a trip. Come on, let's go.
I actually do have the special skill of hypnotism.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. How would you like to hypnotize them?
Have you seen Wicked?
I have not.
I am letting my beautiful tresses just wave in the wind, and somehow the light is still getting in that window, and like even when it wasn't shining that direction earlier, I'm just glistening, and it's mesmerizing.
So I'm going to say this is a cowboy roll, but I'm going to let you do what's called rolling with advantage. So you're going to roll 3d6. So take the 2 highest from your rolls.
Thank you. We got 4, a 4, and a 6. All right, we got a 10. This is cowboy.
Mhm.
We got a 10.
Okay. 10 is a complete success. So yeah, you manage to mesmerize everyone in this house, except for the casino owner, who is wearing sunglasses and just like has their feet up on their desk, looking very, very cool and confident.
Well, I gotta lead. I've got those guys hypnotized. I'm gonna lead them out the door, in song and dance, just because I can. So they're performing something. What are they
Are
performing?
they defying gravity?
Nice.
They are defying gravity. Yeah.
I may not
No,
have
they're-
seen it, but I remember that from the musical, which I've also not seen, but I've heard.
They're actually doing the cell block tango out the front door right now.
Yes. I love that. Yeah, so they are all dancing out the door. But the casino owner, you see, has picked up a very like old school Tommy gun and has it pointed directly at you, Pigpen, and just pulls the trigger. Starts to absolutely unload in your direction. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to absorb that energy so it doesn't actually do anything to hurt me, but instead I can send it right on back to return to sender.
Okay. Give me a trans roll, please.
All right. That was a 4 and a 1 with a 0, so 5.
Okay. You still beat them. They got a 4.
Nice.
So you do send this back. Most of it just kind of shoots up the house. A couple of them do seem like they hit the casino owner, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. They seem to be pretty sturdy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad I got them because I don't know what I would have done if I wasn't successful. And I was nervous for a second.
That's fair. That's so fair. And John, now that you've got your guerrilla compatriots out dancing in the streets, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of setting them into scene to keep working on their choreography so I can go back in and help Pigpen.
I would say I would have you roll for it, but if you wanted, you do have them hypnotized. You could try and use them to your advantage.
That's a great idea.
Give me another cowboy roll.
See how rehearsal's going. They're really doing great. They're at an 11.
Amazing.
With their performance. Yeah.
Yeah. One of them kind of signs to you, like they aren't speaking, but they sign to you that they actually all do musical theater on the side. Like they've made their own troupe.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I finger spell it because I'm still learning.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
I tell them to go act out their cell block tango scenes on the guy with the sunglasses.
Amazing.
I tell them to take a shotgun off the wall and fire 2 warning shots.
That's exactly the one that I was going for. Listen, my entire mom side of the family loves Chicago and just musical theater in general. So I have listened to that soundtrack and watched that movie more times than most humans.
Nice.
It's a
yeah.
good one.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go in. You see one goes and grabs a butcher knife. One does. There's conveniently a shotgun on the wall. Just really let this dude have it. And then when he's just a greasy spot on the chair, they come out and just kind of like wiping off their hands and assign to you. So what do we do now?
Let's portal out of here. What's the plan for this home? Are we splitting it 40-60? Or are we donating it to a trans organization for young children?
Well, I mean, the weaponization stuff, you know, we're going to make sure our community's protected because this douchebag who's been trying to hurt us and use the thing that's supposed to bring us life and joy, uh, we're going to reclaim that power, and we're going to actually get to spend some time enjoying this home. And yeah.
Life, unless you're a vampire, other
Yeah.
than John, the Daywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Pigpen, as you are trying to figure out where you want to portal this to, your communicator starts to ring, and you see that you have a message.
It's the doctor.
So this message looks like it's just a set of coordinates, like galactic coordinates.
Yeah. There's this planet. It's the Whiplash planet. It's HR 5183b, literally. And it's considered to be a super Jupiter. So
Okay.
I think that's where we need to go. Plenty of space, plenty of room for this house. That's for sure. But yeah, it's got its own, its own vibe as a planet. It's a little wobbly and does its own thing there. So yeah, that's where we're going.
Is it just wobbly, or is it wibbly and wobbly?
It's wibbly and wobbly.
Yeah. So you do realize that you can put in coordinates on your portal gun, but it also runs on vibes. It does both. But as you put in these coordinates and you fire off this portal, it appears underneath this mobile home, and you just watch as it drops. Like it does kind of that Looney Tunes thing where it just hangs there for a second and then just drops all at once. And the two of you following?
Yeah, I think we're in the house still. So we
are
got
you?
safely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even better. I love that. So you all have that like you look at each other like, is it going to do it? And then it just drops. It's like a roller coaster almost. And when you rematerialize, you do see, Pigpen, I think you've probably seen at least pictures of this planet, if not having been here before. You see the planet. You are not on it. You are on one of the moons. And you see there is a large chair. So where you have teleported, it's like this massive warehouse, right? Not really a whole lot in here other than this very large chair that is turned away from you. But as the house just thuds and the two of you and probably the gorillas walk out, you see this chair turns and you see a face that everyone in the entire universe knows. It's Miss Dolly Parton. Yeah, I saw the shirt.
Is it now?
Listen, Dolly has been a recurring or semi-recurring plot device for me because it's just a lot of fun to have her in games.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous and it also makes a lot of sense. And so she just turns and says, "Well, howdy, y'all. Thanks for bringing me the house."
I tell the gorillas to stop performing Feel Good Inc. and start performing 9 to 5.
Oh, they already did. before you even said anything, like they were already in the scene change.
Fantastic. Good. They're in here. We know it.
Yeah. Actually, even more fitting would be Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. So she thanks you for finishing this job for her that you didn't really know was for her. You just got kind of a mysterious message about what was going on. And yeah, now you know who your mysterious patron was.
Nice.
Which makes me feel a lot better
Yeah.
because, yeah, at least we know that this was definitely for good and not for evil. I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes, because let's be real, sometimes even the sides that are against the evil, they're also evil.
Mhm.
So, it can be good to know who you're doing work for.
Exactly. And you see, now that the house is here, Dolly just snaps her fingers, and you see that the house turns into just a pile of puppies.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Dolly
So-
Parton, can I have one?
of course. You can have as many as you want, sugar.
They're all little white chihuahuas. I'm so happy.
Oh, I love that so much.
I
So
scoop
now
an
that you have
armful.
completed the heist, what would our crew be up to? What is your next mission? Your next goal?
Yeah.
I was
Sorry,
waiting for you. I think we both did at the same time. You go first.
Yeah. I didn't have anything actually. I just took a breath. I was hoping it would come.
I was gonna say I'm about to head back to that bar we were at because I got some pool to finish playing, and those drinks don't serve themselves.
I bring even more puppies to hope it makes up for the bird. They're alive.
Yeah. The bird probably died of natural causes. Really, it was its time.
Yeah.
Conveniently, it was also in a paper bag. Whatever.
Well, I'm gonna pour a little out for my homie there, and I'll think of that bird fondly as I'm sitting at the bar, and just celebrating the fact that this, we were successful at stopping the weaponization of sunshine.
Yeah. And as you portal out, you just see Dolly is just waving, big smile on her face. And you get to this bar and you look on your little communicator device, your bank account is suddenly like maxed out. I mean, you've never seen so many zeros in your life.
Sorry, it was phrasing it for me for a second
Oh.
there.
No,
Our
you're
bank
good.
accounts are
You've never seen so many zeros in your entire life. So you're set. You got as much money as you could ever need.
nice. I'm taking really good care of those puppies with it.
Priorities,
Nice.
Also the trans kids and yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We're
Oh, yeah.
donating. I donate half to the TEP.
Yeah, TEP.
Yes. I can't wait for that chapter to start.
Any day now. Those Mars rovers are they're gonna come to our side.
I love it.
Well,
with my cut of the money, I'm going to do some traveling and whatnot, but I'm going to make sure that along the way, I'll be teaching other folks how to be good old cowboys just like me.
I love it. So I think that is a fantastic place for us to end. I mean, we could always go on if we really wanted to, but I think an hour and a half is a pretty solid game. I think we told a really good story together. So Thank you both for coming and playing. It's always a delight, Jack and Kara. I'm really glad to get to play with you and just meet each other. Start this Quest Collective thing together.
Yeah, thank you. This was a lot of fun. This is like
Yeah.
the best roleplay game I've done so far. So
I love that.
Nice.
I love that. Jack, do we have the ability to rate anyone? I don't remember if TEP can do that.
I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know
Okay.
what the stuff is. You're more than welcome to try if you got somebody in mind.
Is TEP an affiliate yet?
Oh no, we're not.
Okay. I think that's what it requires. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there are definitely people who I would raid if we could, but we'll get there. You know,
Yeah,
we'll keep grinding. Other
definitely.
than that, anything either of you want to talk about before we head out?
Yeah. Do you want to say anything, Carol?
No, just thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, thanks for being here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I'll just say, for anybody who is watching this now or anybody who watches this later, we're going to be doing these games every single month, and we're also going to be having a nice little run of what we're calling TEP After Dark. So you'll be able to jump in on Twitch every so often and catch some shows and streams. We're going to meet with all kinds of creators and musicians and artists, and just I don't care, chefs, anybody who's doing anything that's fun and you know, yeah, just having the opportunity to live their best life and rocking who they are. We're gonna have some conversations with people in the community, and really spotlight the stories of what is actually happening in this community, rather than allowing ourselves to just get sucked into the doom and gloom vortex that these other groups are trying so hard to spin for us. Because yeah, we have the power to move away from that nonsense,
Mm-hmm.
and we do not have to give that power up just because whoever's going to be in whatever positions of power, office, whatever. Screw that shit. uh, this is our opportunity to reclaim our power, and doing things like Quest Collective is one of the most radical damn things you can do, especially during a moment like this where other people are trying to keep us from being able to have any semblance of joy. Hell yeah, we're going to have a good time. We are going to have so much fun. It's going to be ridiculous. And the number of spaces, where trans people are able to be ourselves freely, we're not trying to deal with the like shutting down of those spaces. We're scaling that way up. So anybody who's watching this can totally join us. You don't have to be a part of this community. You just have to be willing to follow our equitable model for gaming, which means making sure that there is actual space at the table for anybody who wants to play, especially folks who don't typically get prioritized in seating, which is folks like myself, two spirit, trans, intersex, gender expansive, people of color who are also disabled. The more number of margins that you fall at, the less likely you are to get access to basically any damn thing at this point. So we are fixing that by making sure that everybody coming through our doors is following that. And even if this is new to you, the whole equity thing, I mean, we will give you space and grace to learn, because that's part of unlearning that white dominance, white supremacy model, is to understand that it is messy. We're all learning, and that's okay. It's okay to be learning. It's okay to not be perfect. And we have plenty of seats at all of our tables for anybody who truly wants to be here. We want to make sure that, this is what we do as we keep moving forward, is to put the power in the hands of the people who need it the most, which is all of us. We need to be able to reclaim our power. We need to be able to have more spaces where we can exist as our true selves, and we need to have a damn good time doing it. So that's exactly what we're doing. And yeah, be radical with us. Come join Quest Collective. Come play some games with us. Every single month, we're going to spotlight a different game created by another member of this community, with special prioritization for content creators of color, who are also 2TIGE and BIPOC, and disabled. So yeah, please come play games with us month after month. No matter what your financial access is, all that other stuff, we are really trying to be intentional to make sure that the games that we're spotlighting are as accessible as possible. Meaning, if there is a cost associated, it's typically a pay what you can model. And then in instances where we don't have that luxury, um, hopefully we will be fortunate enough to pick up some community copies of games and things like
Mhm.
that. But yeah, y'all, please come hang out with us. We've got lots of games to play. We are really trying to hit 500 game nights over the course of 2025. And so, yeah, can't do it without you. Come play. Let's have
Yeah.
fun.
I would add to that, even if you don't know TTRPGs, if this is a totally new concept to you, you're just like, hey, let me see what these people are doing. They look cool. Come play. If you're not comfortable being on stream, there's going to be plenty of options for games out there that are non-streamed, online, in person, anything. Or if you want to run one of these games, if you're like, you know what, I love playing TTRPGs, it sounds really cool, link right there. Also, on the ending screen, there's another QR code that will get you signed up for everything. So come join us.
Yeah.
It's a
And
lot
once
of
you come
fun.
play, yeah, I was gonna say once you come play our games, and you sign up and do all the things, come in the door. We're gonna invite you into our private Discord where you can come hang out with us. All three of us are on Discord. You can come hang out with us. And we will game with you. We will make sure that you have what you need so that you can have game nights with your friends, your family, your community, whatever. But we just want to make sure that everybody out here is having a good time, and we're going to do it together. So yeah, this will not be the last you will see of any of these faces on the screen. Because now
Absolutely.
that I'm going to use my rope skills and rope Caro in here more permanently. So we will have lots more games coming up.
I'd be happy to be
Absolutely.
back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
come
it.
join us, y'all. This was
Uh,
fun.
the last thing that I wanted to just shill for a little bit is go check out the game. There will be links. That is something that I need to talk to you about during stream. But there will be links in the description later on. If you have the money and you want to donate a little bit to help Dusty, they are fantastic. Jack and I spoke with them
Yes.
last week, and just super cool person. And every creator, as a game creator myself, every time somebody pays for it, first of all, I'm like, who the fuck is paying for my games? Why are you spending money on my stuff? I just make silly little stuff. Uh, but also, it means a lot to me. Whether it's my friends, whether it's a total stranger on the internet, every every time that somebody spends $1 even on my games, that means a lot. And it's a heck of a lot better than supporting, billionaires and these massive corporations who all they're doing is putting that in a bank. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to help anyone. Small creators like Dusty, like myself, like most of the other people we're going to be featuring in Quest Collective, every dollar matters. So if you have the money, please go support them. If not, there are a lot of community copies. If you just don't have that to donate, they do have a lot of community copies. And I believe that they also, a lot of creators, I think Dusty also had it on there, that if you're just really strapped and there's no community copies left, reach out. We can get something figured out. So, other than that, that's all I got. That's all my showing. So,
Awesome. Well, yeah, please share this stream, share our Twitch, share our website, transempowerment.org. Come see us, come hang out. Let's have some fun in 2025. Don't let the doom and gloom and the fear stuff get to you. We're going to have so much more fun ahead.
absolutely.
Heck
Alrighty.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, but we will see you all next time.
Yeah. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.